So chances are, if you're watching this video, you're trying to see if pharmacy school rankings matter. And in this video, we talk about whether they matter or not. Watch this video. You've probably stumbled upon this video because you want to get into pharmacy school. And maybe if you're like any other pharmacy school these days who is accepting so many different schools, maybe you're kind of juggling. Do pharmacy rankings matter? And in today's video, I wanted to kind of talk about that. And guess what? I was probably in your situation maybe about maybe 2009. So maybe at the time of this recording, it's almost 9 years ago since I've actually done it. Wow, time flies by, right? I remember applying to almost 12 different schools and I got accepted into 4. And I was trying to figure out, which schools should I go to? And for a lot of people, school ranking matters a lot. And honestly, I think there's a lot more than it comes to school ranking. There comes location, the type of people you're around, and are you actually going to be happy in there? But before I get into that, I want to give you 3 factors to consider before going into any pharmacy program. Before we get into those 3 ways though, I want you to like, comment, and subscribe to this. Make sure you also hit the bell so that you stay notified. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it seems like we have to do this with YouTube nowadays. So I hate saying it, but I want you to do it. And comment below, what are the biggest factors for you when you're trying to go to pharmacy school? Is it location? Is it school ranking? What is it? I'd love to hear from you guys. Shameless plug over. So here's the first factor to consider. So number 1, reverse engineer your goals. So often, including me when I was in your shoes, I think a lot of us just spray and pray and hope to find that we end up in a career that we love. And it's funny when I talk to other people who kind of did the spray and pray approach. Some people get lucky, some people fall into the career that they love. For example, my good friend Brian Fung, he loves pharmacy informatics to death, right? Behind closed doors with my other community pharmacist friends, they're miserable, right? And why is that? It's because we don't reverse engineer our goals. And you might be asking, what is reverse engineering? And I first learned about this concept actually through organic synthesis when I was doing my prereqs for pharmacy school. It's when you take the compound that you want to make and break down the steps in reverse order. And this will save you so much time. So how does this apply to pharmacy school? Well, you want to ask yourself, well, where do I want to be when pharmacy school is done? Where do I want to work? What is my dream job? And here's the thing, you don't have to be 100% committed. I would just choose one for now. And if you don't like that one, then move on to the next, right? Just find the one that's most promising to you. Especially nowadays with LinkedIn, you can find out anything. You can find out what people's journeys are, what schools they went to, what kind of internships they had, what kind of work experience they had, And guess what? You can do even one better. You can actually reach out to them and see if they would do the same steps. I feel like nowadays, especially with technology, we can just model after people. And guys, this is the exact strategy that I use for my pharmacy mentee to reach out to pharmacy directors, supervisors, and to just meet cool ass pharmacists in general. So if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll do another video on it. And yeah. And yes, I did say I am a pharmacy mentor, even though I'm not practicing pharmacy at this moment. I help pharmacy kids like you get the job of your dreams and whatnot. So if you are interested in being a mentee, let me know too. I might offer some sort of mentor program in the future. And if you guys are interested in different pharmacy careers, make sure to watch my pharmacy podcast playlist, because I have different guests almost every single week where I have different guests talk about their pharmacy journey and talk about what they do now. And if you're like, oh, this is too much work, well, I have a really important question to ask you. How do you know if something like pharmacy school rankings matter if you don't even know where you're trying to go? There's this beautiful line from Alice in Wonderland, and it goes like this. Would you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here? And the cat says, that depends a good deal on where you want to get to. Alice says, I don't much care where. And then the cat says, then it doesn't matter which way you go. So you have to have crystal clear vision of where you want to go, because how will you know if these actions that you take or these tools like pharmacy school will get you to where you want to go? I would start researching pharmacists who are really happy with their career, feel very fulfilled, and it'll be my job to bring as many of those guests on. And if you're a pharmacist that wants to come on my podcast, feel free to shoot me a DM. All right, feel free to shoot me an email on refugeehustle.com. Number 2, stop thinking that a school will save you. I run into a lot of students thinking that, hey, a school is going to save them. It's going to get them the job of their dreams. And that simply just because you go to a school, it doesn't mean jack shit. Because the truth is, no one cares where you went to school. They want to be able to know that you can help solve their business problems or their patient problems. Sure, some schools have better resources than others. Maybe they have a better program. Maybe they have a better specialty program, or maybe an entrepreneur type of track. Or maybe like a combination program, maybe like a PharmD JD or PharmD MD or PharmD MBA or PharmD, PA as well, right? There's so many different routes. But at the end of the day, we gotta make sure that it aligns with what our vision is at the end. And here's the truth about every single pharmacy school. Their sole purpose is to get you to sit on your boards. Why? Because in order for them to make money and to have an active pharmacy program, they have to adhere to a strict guideline. And those guidelines are supposed to get you to sit on your boards. Nothing else. So anything else is just a bonus, right? And that leads me to my third thing. Pharmacy school is an experience. So how can you make it the most memorable experience of all, right? Notice I didn't say easiest, right? Because you don't want just an easy program, because you want to be able to graduate from your boards after you're done, right? But the thing is like, hey, where's your location? For me, I went to a school that was kind of like almost in the middle of nowhere. There wasn't that much nightlife. There wasn't really good food there. It was kind of miserable. It felt like a jail cell. And to spend 3 or maybe 4 years in your case, in a place where you don't want to be, believe me, that affects your grades, that affects your mood, that affects your ambition, that affects you actually reaching out to people as well, right? You want to be in a place where, hey, really positive people, really, there's a lot of cool professors working on cool projects, right? The people there actually want to help you. They're not just a school just trying to pump out more pharmacy grads to make more money in their pocket. And trust me, there are schools like that. Those I'm not going to name. You know, I think you want to have a very fulfilling experience. So if you get a chance, check out the school. If you don't get a chance to check out the school, talk to the students and just real talk with them. It seems like there's so many ways to. It seems like these days you can just DM anyone on Instagram and introduce yourself. You don't have to wait for other people. Or if you want to go on a more professional platform, you can go LinkedIn. But I recommend keep it informal, keep it Facebook, and keep it IG, man, and just introduce yourself to people. It's a really, really good habit to have, and that will help you secure your job in the future. Well then, I've talked a little bit about pharmacy. I would love to hear your thoughts. Currently, I'm trying to build a pharmacy guide for you guys, especially that are looking to get into pharmacy school and want to have the most memorable experience. I want to create one of the best pharmacy guides to help you see if pharmacy is worth it. So if you want anything specific in this guide, make sure to comment below as well, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe to see more of my pharmacy videos that will come out. Also, make sure, and where are my glasses at? Also, make sure to watch all my videos on seeing on pharmacy or whether pharmacy is worth it. Let's go. I'm waiting. Just click. Just click. All right. Peace, guys.